Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Jane's Fighters Anthology as we continue to go through the reference materials. Today we will be doing, let's see here, I think the MiG-21. Yep, are these different? Oh yes, they are very different, it appears. It looks like this one is just a shortened version of this one. Yeah, because the program is the same. Really, it's just got the variants that are different because everything else looked the same. They do have different details. And I'm sure the photo album might be different, but... So, yeah, we have a Russian MiG-21F versus a generic Soviet MiG-21. Or Soviet-sourced MiG-21, perhaps is the better way to say that. This looks like it could be serving like Egypt or something. So I think we're going to do MiG-21F. So, title, Mikoyan MiG-21. NATO reporting names, Fishbed and Mongol. Type, single-seat multi-role fighter and two-seat operational trainer. Program, development began to meet autumn 1953 official requirements for short-range interceptor. Failed Delta configuration selected for production late. Oh, tailed. I was like, why would you select a failed configuration for production? Okay. Tailed Delta configuration selected for production late 1956 after flight testing of prototypes with swept and Delta wings. YE-6 pre-production prototype flew late 1957, MiG-21 production authorized 1958. Deliveries began late that year. Production completed except in China, where developed versions are manufactured by Chengdu Aircraft Corporation, or CAC, and Guizhou Aviation Industry, or GAIC. Variants, MiG-21F, or Fishbed C, first major production version, also built in the former Czechoslovakia. Still in production in improved forms in China with Chinese designation J7. Short-range clear-weather fighter with radar ranging equipment and a Tumansky R-11 turbojet rated at 42.25 kilonewtons or 9,500 pounds force dry, and 56.4 kilonewtons or 12,676 pounds force with afterburning. Designation of engine given in Soviet press statements as TDR Mark 37F. Two underwing pylons for UV 1657 pods, each containing 16 57mm pods or K-13 air-to-air missiles, and one NR-30 cannon in starboard side of fuselage, one each side on early aircraft and on the 10 supplied to India. Internal fuel capacity of 2,340 liters or 618 US gallons or 515 imperial gallons. Plus under fuselage pylon for external fuel tank of 490 liters or 129.4 US gallons or 108 imperial gallons capacity. Small nose air intake of approximately 69 centimeters or 27-inch diameter with movable 3-shock center body housing the radar ranging equipment. Undernose pilot boom, which folds upward on ground to reduce risk of grounded personnel walking into it. Transparent blister cockpit canopy, which hinges upward about base of integral flat bulletproof windscreen. Transparent rear view panel, not on aircraft built in Czechoslovakia, aft of canopy at front of shell dorsal spine fairing. Large blade antenna at rear of this panel with small secondary antenna midway along spine. Fowler flap between fuselage and aileron on each trailing edge with fairing plate under wing at outer extremity. Small forward hinged air brake under fuselage forward of ventral fin, two further forward hinged air brakes on each side of under fuselage in line with wing root leading edges, integral with part of cannon fairings. MiG-21PF Fishbed D, basic model, a second series of operational versions with mid-fuselage wasted in accordance with area rule and forward fuselage of less tapered form. Intake enlarged to diameter of approximately 91 centimeters or 36 inches and housing larger Center body for R1L search and track radar, NATO designation spin scan A, to enhance all-weather capability. Designation suffix letter P standing for Parakvatchik is applied to aircraft adapted for all-weather interception from an earlier designed role. Remainder of airframe generally similar to that of MiG-21F, but pilot boom repositioned above air intake, cannon armament and fairings deleted, remaining simplified design for forward air brakes. Larger main wheels and tires requiring a large blister fairing on each side of the fuselage over wing to accommodate wheel in retracted position. Dorsal spine fairing widened and deepened aft of canopy to reduce drag and house additional fuel tankage, and rear view transparency deleted. Primary blade antenna repositioned to mid-spine and secondary antenna deleted, identified in 1964. MiG-21 FL export version of late model MiG-21 PF series with broad chord vertical tail surfaces and brake parachute housing at base of rudder, but no provision for SPS or RATOG. About 200 were initially assembled and later built under license in India by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, which see with the IAF designation type 77. R11-300 turbojet rated at 38.25 kilonewtons or 8,598 pounds force drive, and 60.8 kilonewtons with the or 13,668 pounds force with afterburning. Suffix letter L. Locatar indicates the installation of the Type R2L Spin Scan B search track radar, reported to have lock-on range of 10 nautical miles or 19 kilometers or 12 miles, but to be ineffective at heights below about 950 meters or 3,000 feet because of ground clutter. Can be fitted with GP9 underbelly gun pack, identified in 1966. MiG-21 PFS or MiG-21 PF SPS, similar to Fishbed D, but with SPS as standard production installation. MiG-21 PFM Fishbed F, successor to interim MiG-21 PFS, embodying all the improvements introduced progressively of the PF and PFS, the suffix letter M indicating an exportable version of an existing design. Leading edge of fin extended forward further 45 centimeters or 18 inches, small dorsal fin fillet eliminated. Additional refinements including sideways hinge to starboard canopy and conventional windscreen quarter lights, simple ejection seat installed instead of semi-encapsulated type, and conventional windscreen quarter lights. Or wait, no, I read that alright. And large dielectric portion at tip of tail fin. R2L radar, maximum permissible speed at low altitude reported to be 593 knots or 1,100 kilometers per hour or 683 miles per hour. Built also in the former Czechoslovakia. So that version is what this is designating, or what we see in game. MiG-21 PFMA Fishbed J, multi-role version with 4 underwing pylons instead of former 2, deepened dorsal spine fairing above fuselage, improved radar, NATO designation Jaybird, Tamansky R11 F2S-300 turbojet rated at 38.25 kilonewtons or 8,598 pounds force drive, and 60.8 kilonewtons or 13,668 pounds force with afterburning. 0 to 130 kilometer / 200 injection seat, Armament 1 GSH-23 twin barrel 23mm gun, 2 AA-2 or 2D ATOL infrared air-to-air missiles and inboard pylons, 2 radar homing AA-2C ATOLs or drop tanks on outboard pylons. MiG-21R or Fishbed H tactical reconnaissance version, basically as MiG-21 PFMA, external pod for forward-facing or oblique cameras or ELINT sensors on centerline pylon, suppressed ECM antenna at midpoint on dorsal spine, optional radar warning receivers, and wingtip fairings. MiG-21 Fishbed J as MiG-21 PFF-A, but with higher rated, lighter weight Tumansky R-13-300 turbojet. Gun gas deflector beneath suction relief door forward of each wing root. Entered Soviet service 1969. MiG-21M export variant of MiG-21 MF. R-11 F2S-300 engine built as Indian Air Force Type 96 by Hindustan Aeronautics with deliveries from 1973 to 1981. MiG-21 SMB Fishbed K as MiG-21 MF, but deep dorsal spine extends rearward as far as brake chute housing for maximum fuel tankage and optimum aerodynamic form. Deliveries began 1971. MiG-21 BIS A, or Fishbed L, third generation multi-role air combat ground attack version, Tumansky R-25-300 turbojet rated at 73.6 kilonewtons, or 16,535 pounds force with afterburning. Updated avionics, generally improved construction standards, wider and deeper dorsal fairing than MiG-21 MF, capacity of 7 internal self-sealing fuel tanks increased to 2,900 liters or 776 US gallons or 638 imperial gallons. Weight empty 5,353 kilograms or 11,800 pounds. Maximum takeoff weight 9,500 kilograms or 20,940 pounds. MiG-21 BIS B Fishbed N advanced version of Fishbed L further improved avionics indicated by ILS antenna, NATO designation Swift rod, under nose and on fin tip, 2 radar homing AA2C atoll outboard and 2 AA8 aphid inboard, or 4 AA8s. One version can carry nuclear weapons. Rate of climb at a UW of 6,800 kilograms or 15,000 pounds. With 50% fuel and 2 atolls, is 17,700 meters or 58,000 feet per minute. Weight empty 6,000 kilograms or 13,225 pounds. Max takeoff weight clean 8,500 kilograms or 18,740 pounds. Produced also by HAL India 1980 to 1987. MiG-21 SMT or Fishbed K version of MiG-21 with R-13F-300 turbojet and improved VHF-UHF communications. MiG-21U Mongol 2-seat trainer. Initial Mongol A generally similar to the MiG-21F, except for 2 cockpits in tandem with sideways hinge to starboard double canopy. Larger main wheels and tires of MiG-21 PF, 1-piece forward air brake above intake, pilot, and no gun. Mongol B has broader chord, vertical tail surfaces, and under rudder brake chute housing of later operational variants, deeper dorsal spine, and no dorsal fin. MiG-21 US Mongol B as later MiG-21U, but provision for SPS flap, glowing retractable periscope for instructor in rear seat, internal fuel capacity 2,400 liters or 634 US gallons or 528 imperial gallons. MiG-21UM Mongol B, 2-seat trainer counterpart of MiG-21 MF, R-13 turbojet, 4 underwing stores pylon. Description: following details refer to the MiG-21 MF. Design features: diminutive tailed delta with clipped tips to mid-mounted wings, circular section fuselage with prominent dorsal spine, nose intake with large three-position center body, swept tail with large vertical surfaces, and ventral fin. 2-degree wing anhedral firm roots, TSAGI section, thickness chord ratio 5% at root, 4.2% at tip, leading edge sweep 57 degrees, no wing leading edge camber. Landing gear: hydraulically retractable tricycle type with single wheel on each unit, all units housed in fuselage when retracted. Forward retracting non-steerable nose wheel unit, tire size 500 by 180 millimeters, inward retracting main wheels which turn to stow vertically inside fuselage. Power plant: 1 Tumansky R-13-300 turbojet rated at 41.55 kilonewtons or 9,340 pounds force dry, and 64.73 kilonewtons or 14,550 pounds force with afterburning. Fuel tanks in fuselage and 2 integral tanks in each wing with total capacity of 2,600 liters or 687 US gallons or 572 imperial gallons, of which approximately 1,800 liters or 475 US gallons or 396 imperial gallons are usable within CG limits at low speed. Provision for carrying one fin external fuel tank, capacity 490 liters or 130 US gallons or 108 imperial gallons, or 800 liters or 211 US gallons or 176 imperial gallons on under fuselage pylon, and 2 490 liter drop tanks on outboard underwing pylons. 2 jettisonable solid propellant JATO rockets can be fitted under rear fuselage aft of wheel doors. Accommodation: pilot only on 0-0 ejection seat with spring-loaded arm at top, which ensures that seat cannot be operated unless hood is closed. Canopy is sideways hinged to starboard and is surmounted by a small rear view mirror. Flat bulletproof windscreen, cabin air-conditioned armored plating forward and aft of cockpit. Systems: duplicated hydraulic system supplied by engine-driven pump with backup by battery-powered electric pump and emergency electric tailplane trim. Avionics: search and track radar, NATO designation Jaybird, and intake center body with search range of 10.8 nautical miles or 20 kilometers or 12.5 miles. Other standard avionics include VOR, ARK automatic radio compass, IFF as Serena 3 radar warning receiver with an indicator marked in 45-degree sectors in front and behind of the aircraft. Gyro gun sight maintains precision up to 2.75 G. Automatic ranging can be fed into gun sight. Full blind flying instrumentation with altitude and heading indicators driven by remote central gyro platform. Armament: one twin-barreled 23mm GSH-23 gun with 200 rounds in belly pack. 4 underwing pylons for weapons or drop tanks. Typical loads for interceptor role include 2 AA-2 or AA-2D or Soviet designation K-13A ATOL air-to-air missiles on inner pylons, and 2 radar homing AA-2C ATOLs or 2 UV-1657 rocket pods carrying 1657mm rockets on outer pylons, or 2 drop tanks and 2 AA-2 or AA-2D or AA-2C ATOL missiles. Typical loads for ground attack role are 4 UV-1657 rocket packs, 2 500kg and 2 250kg bombs, or 4 240mm S-24 air-to-surface rockets. Dimensions: external MiG-21 MF, wingspan 7.15 meters or 23 feet 5.5 inches, length including pilot boom 15.76 meters or 51 feet 8.5 inches. Fuselage length, intake lip to jet pipe nozzle 12.3 meters or 40 feet and 4.25 inches. Height overall 4.1 meters or 13 feet 5.5 inches. Areas: wings gross 23 meters squared or 247 square feet. Weights and loadings: MiG-21 MF, weight empty 5,843 kilograms or 12,882 pounds. Takeoff weight with 4 K-13A missiles 8,200 kilograms or 18,078 pounds. Max takeoff weight 9,800 kilograms or 2,160.5 pounds. That's 21,605 pounds. Max wing loading 426 kilograms per meter square or 87.5 pounds per square foot. Max power loading 151.4 kilograms per kilonewton or 1.48 pounds per pound force. Performance: MiG-21F max level speed above 11,000 meters or 36,000 feet. Mach 2.05 or 1,175 knots or 2,175 kilometers per hour or 1,353 miles per hour. Max level speed at low altitude: Mach 1.06 or 701 knots or 1,300 kilometers per hour or 807 miles per hour. Landing speed 146 knots or 270 kilometers per hour or 168 miles per hour. Design ceiling 18,000 meters or 59,050 feet. Range: internal fuel only 593 nautical miles or 1,100 kilometers or 683 miles. Ferry range with 3 external tanks 971 nautical miles or 1,800 kilometers or 1,118 miles. Performance: MiG-21 US clean, max level speed above 12,200 meters or 40,000 feet, Mach 2.02 or 1,159 knots or 2,150 kilometers per hour or 1,335 miles per hour. Max level speed at sea level, Mach 1.06 or 701 knots or 1,300 kilometers per hour or 807 miles per hour. Max rate of climb at sea level, 6,400 meters or 21,000 feet per minute. Max rate of climb at 11,000 meters, 36,000 feet, 3,050 meters, or 10,000 feet per minute. Time to 1,500 meters, or 4,920 feet, is 20 seconds. Turn rate at 4,575 meters, or 15,000 feet. Instantaneous Mach 0.5, 11.1 degrees per second. Instantaneous Mach 0.9, 13.4 degrees per second. Sustained Mach 0.9, 7.5 degrees per second. Takeoff run 700 meters or 2,297 feet. Length 15.746 meters. Length 15.76 meters. Height 4.1 meters. Wingspan 7.15 meters. Max takeoff weight 9,800 kilograms. Max wing load kilograms per meter. 426 kilograms per meter squared. Max level speed 1,175 knots. Takeoff run of 800 meters and a landing run of 550 meters with a max rate of climb of 6,400 meters per minute. And here we can see the it does have a flat bulletproof windscreen there. Alright, I always thought of, I see the bubble, but I thought this was curved, and as it turns out, it is flat. So, and again, like they were saying, the radar is housed in the center of the air intake there, so that limits its size greatly, and that's why you'll find it's greatly inferior to most Western aircraft of the era, because by this point, the West started moving away from that centerline fuselage intake to side intakes to free up more room for radar. And I'm sure there are performance reasons too. And hey, there's that middle dorsal antenna. So a lot of detail, a lot of little details in here. There's a nose probe. You gotta be amazed at how much detail they could fit in with how old the game is and the limitations of their computer and resources. But I think that's going to be it for us today. So with that, thank you all for watching and stay tuned for next time and stay safe out there, and we'll see you then.